What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear? Probably spiders. Arachnophobia.
What's that?
It's like fear of arachnids. Six-legged creatures.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
My biggest fear? Oh. Probably live this life or live this world without a, you know, a kind of a legacy, let's say. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Something that I should have done and should have, you know, developed and never did it. You know, leave your plans on hold, stuff like that. But yeah, that's probably the biggest thing.
Ooh. Being alone. Being alone is my greatest fear.
My biggest fear, I'd have to say, is something happening to my 4-month-old granddaughter.
Biggest fear is probably failure. I have some big dreams. Like right now, I'm in medical school, and hopefully, I'll become an orthopedic surgeon. So right now, it's failure to like pass all the tests and get the scores I need to do that.
Something happening to my children.
My biggest fear is I'm not afraid of anything.
No fears.
I'm afraid of that ride at Fiesta, Texas, the one that drops you up and down, up and down, up and down. I can do roller coasters all over the place, but that's the one that scares me.
Sharks. They scare me. Yeah, they're really predatory. I don't like them.
My biggest fear is leaving my children without a father.
Wow, that's a tough one. What's my biggest fear? Wow. Probably public speaking. Yeah, I mean, you know, they say that more people fear public speaking than fear death. So,
Why is that?
I guess just afraid to make a fool of yourself in front of people that you don't know.
I don't know, losing my family.
The question today is, what's your biggest fear?
Death.
Why is that?
I think because I'm afraid that I'm not living enough for life to end. Yeah.
Passing on to the other side. I'm dying.
Why is that?
Why is that? Because I want to live longer and I want to stay around here longer. So I try to keep myself healthy and walking every day.
Oh, my biggest fear. Let's see. Not being able to walk. That's my biggest fear.
Car crash.
Why is that?
I don't know. They just scare me. It's unexpected. I don't know. Ugh, it's scary.
Heights, for sure. Terrified of the heights. Terrified of falling down, roller coasters, all of it.
Falling from a huge height.
My biggest fear? Honestly, what scares me the most is not being happy.
Probably losing my parents.
My biggest fear, not accomplishing much by the time I get old.
Biggest fear? It's kind of deep. Losing my family. Is that too deep? Also heights.
Oh man, my biggest fear, I would say it would be to live on this earth and not share the gospel of Jesus Christ. That would be my biggest fear, to not get to spread that word that was spread to me that's so important, to tell other people about that same love that I got to experience.
Biggest fear, definitely being lonely.
Why is that?
That's a tough one. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I always fear in the back of my head. No real logical reasoning behind it.
That's a good question. I don't know. You know what? I do know. Probably leaving this life not accomplishing everything I wanted.
Okay, my biggest fear. Right now, I mean, I'm only 23. I don't think I fear like too much, but I think I hold myself to very high standards. So I think it'd be almost like not living the life that I want, but living like someone else's life for them, like my parents. You know what I mean? I think it's like yeah, I'm pretty sure it's my biggest fear. So I want my own life. I don't want to live anybody else's but my own. So I think that's my only fear, I think, right now.
My biggest fear. I would say my biggest fear is getting to the end and regretting not something I did, but what I didn't do. I think that's my biggest fear.